So we're still on depreciation methods, but one thing we have to contend with, or a few of the details, how to deal with a partial year. Not overwhelmingly difficult, especially if you're comfortable with partial year interest already. So to do partial year, we're going to just do this in a straight line context. So in general, the way you would do a partial year, and you will see partial years on the first year, obviously, but because it started out in the first year and useful lives are usually in years, you'll also see a partial year in last year, possibly. Okay, so you take the number of months in service and divide it by the number of months in a year, and that gives you your fraction. And this depreciable base, estimated useful life, this is straight line depreciation. More generally, it would just be depreciation expense per year, whatever this figure would be over here. Okay? But for a straight line, what we have here is A-OK. Now the partial year depreciation, you have your depreciable base over your useful life. And in this case, let's say June 1. So June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 7 out of 12 months. And your partial year depreciation was 8,167. All right, so that's partial year. The other thing we have to deal with, the other detail, is change going forward. Changes are handled, or change in useful life, which is handled on a going forward basis, and the word you'll see is prospectively. We do not go back and change what we already did. The reason is that this is not a mistake that we're correcting. It's just an update in our estimate. So if you're going to try to guess the score of the Cardinals game and you get through the first inning, you might update your score. You get through the second inning, third inning, fourth inning, fifth, and so on, and you'll keep updating your score. Well, that's what you do with depreciation as well. So when you do that, you say, well, the history is based on our best estimate at that time. Now we have a better estimate. We don't need to go back and change the past. Reporting just will handle it going forward. So we're going to have our same example from the other videos if you saw those. Here's the truck, 80,000 cost, 5-year useful life, 10-year residual value. So the depreciable base is 70,000. We're going to do this problem in a straight line context because that's the easiest depreciation to calculate, and we want to focus on the change in useful life. So after the first year of depreciation, Piper Incorporated now believes that the useful life has only 2 years remaining. So record the depreciation for year 2, and by that I mean the fiscal year 2, not the second year of depreciation or final year. Fiscal year 02. All right. So what you're going to do with a change in estimate is take the book value and minus the residual value. So before we had the cost minus the residual value. Now we're going to take the updated book value. Okay, so we're going to take out the depreciation that we've already recognized. And then we're going to subtract the residual value, but we're just going to put in, oh my, look what I did, the new useful life. I did the right calculation but had the wrong number. Copy and paste error there. So 80,000 minus 14,000. This was 14,000 is the year 1 depreciation, is 66,000. Minus 10 is 56,000 divided by 2. So for the last 2 years, we'll have 28. So let's see, we have a total of 17,000 of depreciation, fiscal year 01, fiscal year 02, fiscal year 03. So we go 28, 28, so that's 56, plus 10 is 66, plus 4 is 70,000. So that's it. That's our depreciable cost. And we will be done. So in the first year we had 14,000. We thought we had 4 more years left. Instead, what happened, we said this thing's only going to last 3 years. So we just depreciated what we had left in our depreciable cost over the remaining 2 years. And I think that's going to do it. Yep, that's going to do it for our 2 little tweaks there. The partial, how to deal with the partial year, and then how to deal with the change in useful life.